So, Katie, what's something that you are learning that's new for you?
Well, we love to learn in our families, so I'm always learning something new. Lately, over the last number of years, one of my big focuses and passions is learning about bio-individual nutrition and its impact. When I say bio-individual, it's because every human has their own unique makeup, which means their nutrition needs are different. Every human does not have the exact same nutrition needs. So we can tailor specifically nutrition and supplementation to optimize the function of each person's unique system. This has become really important and valuable to me with our children because of the special needs that they have and having to try to help them, and also a couple of other issues we've had. So lately, for each of our family members, we have recently gotten specialized labs done, and these labs show us where each person's body is having its needs properly met and where each person needs a boost. So because of all the different needs of our children and a discovery that we had all had a toxic mold exposure while we served in the military, we are actually on a path to investigate how to help our bodies heal. And so I'm getting to throw my passion for nutrition into this, and I'm really enjoying it. For families with special needs children, this concept actually has the potential to revolutionize your child's health and their ability to make progress. And no matter what, it's definitely going to impact their quality of life. So it's really a fascinating topic. I just can't stop absorbing it. When I see how it impacts even a typical child, it's mind-blowing. So at some point in the future, I do plan to go back to school and pursue a degree in this area. So do you want to tell everybody something that you're learning?
Yeah, that's cool. I've been spending the last couple months, past tense, I spent the last couple months learning more about grief and joy and their interrelationship and the outcomes from those. But these days I'm studying about fear. In this case, I'm not talking about fear from physical danger, the kind of things that people would normally think about, what would normally come to mind. I'm studying something that's completely different. It's cool though, right? Remember back when I was in grad school, I had this professor, and he was trying to encourage me, I think, to make my thesis topic about how folks in the EOD community are fearless. Now, that was way off base because it wasn't true, but maybe for him, the thought of somebody who chose bomb disposal as a profession, maybe he thought that made us fearless, but nevertheless, it wasn't true. So do you know, actually, that the number one command in the Bible is to fear not, right? It's used more than any other command. And it applies to all aspects of our lives, not just physical danger. It also can be applied to business. It applies to everything that happens in your everyday life, right? So your health, relationships, and finances, the big three things that we talk about all the time. The Bible says, fear not, and you can apply it to those difficult circumstances that you may find in those three categories. All right, that's not to say that we shouldn't use good judgment, right? That remains, but take it at face value. It says, fear not, and it's talking about everything except. The one interesting fact that I'm going to point out is there is one thing that the Bible continuously tells us that we should fear. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to give you a hint because I want you to go look it up for yourself. The hint is it's not evil, okay? So don't go looking for that. Okay, Katie, what's something that you're doing in our business? And don't say we're launching a podcast because we're already doing that.
Okay, so we are actually going to be launching a special needs summit as well. So that is going to be our next upcoming exciting thing that we'll give you some details on. How about, what are you doing for our business?
I'm putting together all the pieces of what I'm using air quotes here. That's our map that shows all of the different courses that we're building and that we're going to teach, and all the coaching packages that we're going to offer, okay? And that'll be cool. So speaking of teaching, Katie, what's something that you would like to teach?
So 2 things I'm really excited to get started with. The first one is definitely sibling relationships. That is something that's a hot topic everybody wants to know about. And I'll be talking a lot about nutrition as well. How about you?
I am really excited to develop something that I want to teach about. And it is something that's going to reach to the heart of all the dads in the audience, okay? It's not going to be your typical book about It's not even going to be a book. It's not going to be your typical course about masculinity or the lack of masculinity. It's got nothing to do with sports or politics or business. This is all going to be about the honorable life of being the husband and the father. All this came from years of experience in the Navy, diving, parachuting, the demolition, all the cool stuff that's in there, right? But it's also going to come from being a dad to special needs kids, right? It will come from all that I've had to learn and experience about grief and disappointment, but also joy and success, right? I'm going to tie in fear, plus a few other things that I'm working on now, which, as Katie knows, I don't tell anyone anything, just a little teaser there. Right? I see moms all over the place, all over social media, talking about their families and their struggles, right? But I don't see the dads out there too much, okay? What I'm going to be doing here, it's not about getting the dads on the social media more, okay? It's going to be learning about the excellent role of being a husband and a father. And I think it's going to also be great for the single guy who's right there on the verge of taking that step into marriage and family. Also for that younger guy who's just starting to think about those kinds of things. So that's what I'm really interested in teaching.